Hi, we are Hyung Lee, Sarah Park, Esther Hyesung Kim, Jian Seok, Hajin Lim, Junhar Lee from HCCID Lab in Seoul National University. I am presenting our work on investigating the effects of a real-time student monitoring interface on instructors' monitoring practices in online teaching. Monitoring student behavior is essential to effective teaching, enabling instructors to understand students' progress, provide timely interventions, and to foster stronger instructor-student relationships. However, in online classes, limited number of cues present challenges, hindering personalized instruction and resulting in reduced student engagement. To address these challenges, researchers have been actively developing a real-time student monitoring interface for online classes to support instructors' monitoring efforts. For example, Glancy provides comprehensive real-time visualization of students' learning metrics, and Groupnomics facilitates a deeper understanding of group dynamics by visualizing the status of group discussions in online classes. Even though they presented promising insights by developing novel interface, their focus has been on system development and usability assessment. These approaches often lack a systematic understanding of how engagement cues directly assist instructors' monitoring efforts in online classes. To fill this gap, we set research question: how do student engagement cues affect instructors' monitoring efforts? Our research aimed to systematically investigate the impact of student engagement cues on instructors' monitoring capabilities and teaching adjustment by conducting a control experiment using a simplified interface visualizing the essential elements, student engagement cues at individual and class level. To examine the instructor's monitoring efforts in terms of monitoring accuracy, activity, teaching adjustment, and cognitive load, we set following hypotheses and RQs. From H1, we wanted to reaffirm the effect of engagement cues on instructors' monitoring capabilities and teaching adjustment, and the effect of low level of class engagement on instructors' monitoring efforts from H2. Also, since we were not sure about the effect of presence of engagement cues on instructors' cognitive load, we set it as RQ1. From the second RQ, we further wanted to explore the interaction effect of presence or absence of engagement cues and high or low level of student engagement on instructors' monitoring efforts. To test these H and RQs, we conducted a controlled experiment with two by two within subject design by manipulating student engagement cues as absent versus present and engagement levels as high versus low. For student engagement cues, we utilized two interfaces. The interface for engagement cues absent condition and one for engagement cues present condition. The interface for engagement cues absent condition closely resembles Zoom platform with a screen sharing section on the left and a student window on the right. The interface for engagement cues present conditions provided individual student engagement cues and overall class engagement cues. Individual student engagement cues were displayed in the lower right corner of each student's screen, utilizing green color indicating highly engaged student and red for low engagement, suggested by previous research. The overall class engagement was provided on the far right through a bar graph with the percentage of students demonstrating high levels of engagement. Next, student engagement levels were manipulated as high and low. To ensure the manipulation of student engagement levels, we opted to use pre-recorded videos of students. We recruited 18 student volunteers and asked them to record two 15-minute videos. one demonstrating high engagement and the other low engagement in an online class. Detailed guidelines for engagement behaviors were provided. After collecting videos, researchers independently assessed the volunteers' videos and then categorized them as either high engagement or low engagement based on predefined criteria while being blind to the conditions. The resulting 36 videos were then used to create simulated class environments. For highly engaged class, at least 14 high engagement videos were placed, resulting in overall engagement level 78%. And for low engaged class, no more than 8 high engagement videos were included, resulting in an overall engagement level 44%. We recruited 20 instructors who have online teaching experience and asked them to teach their own 10-minute classes twice with or without engagement cues. We randomly assigned them to 2 of the 4 experimental conditions. For example, if participants were assigned to teach class in engagement cues absent and low engagement condition for the first class, they ran a second class in engagement cues present with high engagement level conditions. Participants took pre-survey after receiving brief introduction and going through eye tracking calibration. Then they lectured 2 10-minute classes and responded to post-survey after each class. When the teaching sessions were over, participants were involved in an interview for answering the differences they experience in terms of monitoring activity, quality, teaching adjustment, and cognitive load in each condition. In the experiment, we collected and analyzed both quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative data were measured through various self-reported and behavior scales to analyze monitoring accuracy, monitoring activity, teaching adjustment, and cognitive load. Interview responses were qualitatively analyzed to understand the reasons behind the participants' experiences corresponding to both the behavior and self-reported findings. Our findings revealed that the presence of student engagement cues significantly enhanced participants' ability to monitor student engagements with greater accuracy, as demonstrated by reduced monitoring error and heightened perceived monitoring quality. These quantitative findings aligned with qualitative responses. For instance, one participant expressed that they could identify the moments of lost focus in real time. We also found that instructors perceived an increase in monitoring activity, but the actual time spent on monitoring was not significantly affected by the presence of engagement cues. This finding highlights the efficiency of interfaces that display engagement cues, as they may allow instructors to quickly evaluate student engagement levels without the need for extended observation. Furthermore, the improved accuracy and efficiency in monitoring led the instructors to adjust teaching behaviors effectively. This is supported by significant increase in perceived adjustment to teaching in engagement cues present condition. Interviews also highlighted that monitoring improvements not only aided in refining teaching methods, but also in strengthening the connection between instructors and their students. For example, one participant mentioned that they felt more connected to students when using the system with engagement cues. This finding provides insights that engagement cues might serve not just for monitoring behaviors, but also as a means to foster instructor-student relationships and enhance the social presence in online learning environments. Overall effect on instructors' cognitive load was mixed. Some reported experiencing a decrease in cognitive load, but others expressed more burden due to the continuous need to monitor and adapt to fluctuations. Interaction effect on cognitive load was pronounced when engagement cue signaled low. This scenario was more challenging for less experienced instructors who found low engagement signals to be stressful, potentially from the pressure to modify their teaching strategy. While low class level engagement can offer valuable insights, they may also overwhelm instructors. In conclusion, we investigated the impact of student engagement cues on instructors' monitoring capabilities and teaching adjustment. Overall, our findings reaffirm the positive impact of student engagement monitoring interfaces on the quality and quantity of monitoring and teaching adjustment. Additionally, it underscored how class context, along with instructors' experience and preference, might cause cognitive load. From this finding, customizable interfaces seem critical, balancing information utility with cognitive load. This customization might include flexible visualization options and using data for after-class analysis. Tailoring engagement cues to instructors' unique teaching context could improve the monitoring efficiency and teaching quality in online learning context.